Hi. Alright, so I had this madness at GameStop today. Edit? No. I had this madness at GameStop today, and I was gonna write a thing about it for Consumerist, and then I decided I didn't want to, I'd rather do a video. So this is what happened to me. I needed a game time card for my World of Warcraft. Whatever. Nerd, y'all. And I thought that I would, go get one at GameStop, and I was like, well, I don't want to pay $30, because I'm broke. Because everybody's broke. So instead, I thought I would gather up a bunch of crap and trade it in for store credit. I figured I had a bunch of small things that I totally didn't want, that are virtually worthless, that I could get maybe a buck or two for, knock some of my $30 cost off. So I wanted to make sure that they took this stuff, because I know that they don't really sell original Xbox games and accessories, that only a few locations still do that. I live in Philadelphia, it's a huge town, so we have one GameStop that I know carries original GameBox stuff. So I called up because I wanted to see if they took the stuff in and trade, and I spoke to this woman, and she tells me that they do accept the stuff in trade. And she says, furthermore, all GameStops still accept original Xbox games and accessories in for trade. It's just that they may not sell them at that location, they'll ship them to another location that does still sell them. But all GameStops still take original Xbox items. That's what she told me. And my ear was kind of like, what? So I asked her again. I said, are you absolutely sure? You understand I'm talking about Xbox, not Xbox 360, but the original Xbox, because I wanted to be really clear. She's like, yeah, honey, like real familiar, which I didn't mind. She's like, yeah, honey, absolutely, you can take them anywhere. And I was like, okay, cool, thank you, that's good information. So I gathered together like a bunch of old controllers and a couple of games and like the headset, and I decided to walk my ass over there. I don't drive, and it's like a mile away, and Philly's like 20 degrees today, and there's ice and snow on the ground, but you know what, I was like, I gotta go to the World of Warcraft, because again, nerd, and so I trekked over there. You know, it was like a 30-minute walk each way, in the snow and the cold, and I walk into the front door, and the guy behind the counter, very nice guy. In fact, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want it to reflect on him. But I told him what I was there for, and he was like, yeah, we don't take any of that stuff. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I said, you know, I just talked to somebody at your store like an hour ago, and he's like, yeah, I know. That was our district manager, and as soon as she hung up the phone, we were like, no, but it was too late. And I was like, great. That's freaking great. That's just fantastic. And you know, my part, I have to say, I thought I handled it well. I didn't fly off the handle. I sort of laid down the law. I was like, all right, this sucks, and now I'm gonna be the dick, and I don't want to be the dick, but that's the way that it is, because I have to tell you now that I'm really upset about this, that you guys have a responsibility to know what you're talking about, and you screwed it up, and you really inconvenienced me. I mean, not just like a oops, I got somewhere situation, but like really you screwed me over with this. And and I was like, you know, and they were like, well, the best we can do is give you her voicemail number, which you all probably know how that works. You call and you leave a voicemail, and they have a certain amount of time to get back to you. And he's like, and I'll give you the corporate number, which you also know how that works. You call them up, and then they take your information and they give it to the district manager, who is the person that screwed me so bad. So I called the customer service line anyway, because I thought, all right, well, they'll, you know, maybe they can send me to the regional manager or something. And then I got Juan, who's such a jerk. Oh my god, like at least Tammy is the name of the district manager. Sorry, Tammy, I gotta call you out. At least she was nice. Like, was she patently wrong on every single possible facet of what we discussed? Yes. And I got screwed. It really sucked. I'm still pissed. But Juan was a jerk. I told him what was happening. Well, I mean, I was expecting him to be pleasant or something. Maybe he just got off the line with somebody that was mean to him. I don't know. But I was like, hi, I'm calling because I had an issue with one of the local stores. And then there's this, like, long-ass pause. Well, what was your problem? And I told him what happened. And then he's like, well, how do you know it was the district manager? And I just told him that they told me it was. So I reiterated. I said, Juan, they told me that it was the district manager. That's what the employees told me. Well, I just find that hard to believe, because the district managers don't like do any of that. Like, they don't answer the phones. They're just there to supervise. So like, I mean, the only reason she would answer the phone is if they were understaffed, so it doesn't make any sense to me. I said, Wanda, I mean, first of all, I'm kind of disappointed that the first words out of your mouth once I told you what happened weren't, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. But barring that, it sounds to me like you're essentially telling me that you don't believe what I'm telling you, which makes no sense to me. Why would you... I mean, are you questioning the validity of my story? And then he got all, basically, like, openly combative. He was like, sir, the best thing I can do is take down your info and give it to her, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to tell the Consumerist what happened. I have to say this is after an incident that I had over Christmas where I wanted to get a game that was only available at a GameStop in like New Jersey, like an hour away, and my roommate went there on Christmas Eve after we called to confirm that they absolutely had it. She drove, again in the snow, all the way to New Jersey on Christmas Eve to pick up this game, only to get there and have them open up the box and it was cracked. So I'm a little, like there's not a lot of GameStop alternatives unless you get stuff online, which isn't instantaneous. So I'm a little fed up with the whole GameStop thing right now. And that's what happened. And my hope, like I don't want to be, I don't think I've ever like outwardly said to somebody, give me shit. Oh, I didn't want to curse on this. Oh well. I don't think I've ever said that or been like that, but honestly, I hope that someone at GameStop, like, way up. I did the raise the roof thing twice in one video. I hope that somebody hears it and they get in touch with me because I'd like to know what you'd like to do to show me that you actually care, that your district manager set me out in the snow and ice for no reason. Please. The end. Peace.